Glory Road was released in 2006. This is directed by James Gartner. It's written by Chris Cleveland and Benita Gilwa, and I apologise if I've mispronounced that. And we have a cast including Josh Lucas, Derek Luke, Austin Nichols, Jon Voight, and various others. And in general, I enjoyed this. I thought it was really interesting. It's a little longer than it needed to be. There were definitely scenes that slowed the narrative down, and it wasn't the most engaging all of the way throughout, but it's still a really fascinating story, and the fact that it's based on true events, which I'll talk about in a moment, definitely helped to make it all the more interesting. I'll read the description from IMDb, which sums up what this is about without giving anything away. And this says, in 1966, Texas Western coach Don Haskins led the first all-black starting lineup for a college basketball team to the NCAA National Championships. Now, there are a lot of words that I don't know. I don't know what a lineup, or I guess I didn't know. I have a lot more information now, but what a lineup in basketball is. I've never heard of the NCAA. The point there is that when it comes to sports, I'm not a huge sports fan, and I really don't care about basketball, but that does not matter at all with my enjoyment for this film, because there is so much passion in this, there's so much emotion, the performances are great, and I didn't mind the basketball scenes either. And here we have, as the description said, this first all-black team working towards the NCAA, and there are obviously a lot of obstacles to overcome. The characters have their own personal obstacles, and of course we have obstacles with the sport itself. I don't know how accurate it is to the true story. If anybody has any thoughts on that, please feel free to share, but certainly watching it for the entertainment and the education, it really delivered. If it's accurate, that makes it all the more brilliant. The characters are well written. Again, I don't know how true they are to the real individuals, but they were certainly very well written, really interesting. The characters had really strong personalities. The performances were really great as well. As I said, and this is really the only thing that was not brilliant, is that there are times when it felt a little slow and the narrative wasn't fully engaging from start to finish, but it was never for any real stretch of time. It was more so just scenes here and there I didn't think were that interesting, but in general, I found the film to be a really decent experience. Quite emotional, not overly emotional, but definitely a lot of emotion in there, and it was quite easy to have a strong emotional response to the film. The narrative's well handled as far as I can tell, but if you have any thoughts on how it compares to the true events, obviously please feel free to share that. Great performances, great camera work, the music is absolutely fantastic. According to Wikipedia, music is by Trevor Rabin. The music is really, really great. And in general, I don't have any real complaints. A little slow in places, a little longer than it needed to be. It's about 2 hours. But in general, it's not a big deal. And I'd say I'm glad that I gave it a chance. Glory Road was a decent experience. And if it sounds like a film for you, or if you're curious to see what it's like, then of course I'm happy to recommend it.